देखिए कई चीज़ें मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि दिस इज़ ग्रेट acumen and business advice if you're scaling up, if you're starting a new business, if you're investing in a new venture. लेकिन इनमें से हमारे एक बिजनेस प्रोफेसर हुआ करते थे बैक इन कॉलेज एंड ताहा आई फील उनका सबसे बड़ा कमाल ये था, वो कहते थे कि मैनेजमेंट और बिजनेस एडवाइस, आप जो प्रिंसिपल्स बिजनेस पे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, दे शुड बी एम्पैथेटिक एंड दे शुड बी कंपैशनेट इनफ कि वो आपकी रियल लाइफ या आपकी ज़िंदगी, आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ पे भी अप्लाई हो. अब लोगों ने 2 अलग अलग मोड्स बना लिए. मुझे ऐसा लगता है एक बिज़नेस में हमारी पर्सनालिटीज़ बहुत अलग होती हैं और हमारी पर्सनल लाइफ या हमारी फ्रेंडशिप्स और रिलेशनशिप्स में बहुत अलग होती हैं. Are you able to strike that balance?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
I read that in one of your interviews. You're like, okay, it's a tough call to have that balance.
So I always say this, and you know, and the reason why I'm very honest, by the way, in how I like in the things I say, because I'm sure someone would have said like, yeah, of course, right? But this is voila, this is the truth. I think in life, if you want to be extremely successful and if you want to have, you know, you have to know who you are. I will wake up every day and I'll work 7 days a week and I live to work. I enjoy it. It makes me extremely happy. That's who I am. I love building businesses. I love investing in companies. I love surrounding myself with extremely smart individuals. I love seeing growth in myself as a person, and it's never been for the money. I believe the money comes in when you truly love what you're doing. And for me, just being around an ecosystem of the smartest brains, it allows for me to work at the highest level of proficiency, and that's my why. Right? That's my why. It's how can I have access to innovative information, and how do I react to that access of information? Like for example, in KSA, the transition of what's happening today, you know, with the Vision 2030, it will only happen once in our life. Like with the Amazon boom, like which happened in the 90s, right? The big boom that happened in the 90s, that happened once. In Saudi Arabia, the boom that's happening, Vision 2030, it's only going to happen once in our entire life.
Yes.
It will never happen again. Now, in order for me to be an extremely strong player in the ecosystem, and really be number one, I have to work at that level of proficiency and I have to suffer. What that means is every year when I start my year, I'm like, let the suffering start. And I'm ready for it and I'm happy for it. Because how can you be at the highest level without sacrificing some things in your life? And some people, anyone who's really, really, really created massive change, they have suffered.
So you're saying that's the price you pay for that?
That's the price.
Level of excellence?
That's the price any father who supports his family, any mother who supports their kids in financially, mentally, they go through suffering and pain in their life to become the best, and sometimes their families don't get the best version of them.
So in other words, anything which is lofty and purposeful and even worth striving for in life is going to require that level of
suffering
pain
and price
and suffering and sacrifice.
But know that the balance for at least the first few years, anyone who says that you can create a big company, you can have the best life without at least 2 to 3 years of a lot of suffering, it's not real.
Is that a road to loneliness then?
Is that a road to loneliness? You know, to be honest with you, I'd rather be lonely for 5 years of my life and be extremely successful than have no ambition and have absolutely nothing after 5 years.